So since high school I met you, you never seem to be a dance person or something that we would relate to you when we think of you. You always seems to be more of a chemistry major. You take more chemistry classes, language classes, and you did choose a chemistry major when you first entered the university. But what made you change your decision to what made your decision to a dance minor during your junior and senior year of university?
Yeah, I indeed doing my chemistry major right now, and somehow I just encountered my dance teacher last summer. She is my first dance class teacher. Her name is Sarah. I met her last summer, and at that time she encouraged me to do more dances because she said just seek she has seek something out of me when I'm dancing with her and while I'm dancing in the studio, and she she felt like I could just do more dances, and then that makes me to keep going my dance route, and I just keep dancing it. And until now, it's been a year, and I'm right now making a pretty good progress there.
Yeah. So what kind of dance would you describe the one that you're taking right now?
Uh, the one I'm taking right now is called modern dance. It's it's a very abstract dance. So that when we usually go to a theater to watch dance show, those dance show are pretty pretty moderate. Like it's very restrict on the form of the dance, such as they raise their hand and having the ballet shape, something like that. And we are not, in my class, when we're not doing that, we are just having a strong sense of feeling of ourselves, our inner world, to have a sense of what you feel when you're in this atmosphere. So it's a very abstract thing. It's modern and contemporary. It's pretty historical thing.
What kind of feelings would you have when you're like performing a dance? Because the last time I saw you dancing, there was a lot of feelings that was expressed out of your dance, and as an audience, it was really moved by it. But what kind of feelings do you have when you are during your dance?
Uh, During my dance, I would have a feeling of myself, of awareness of the atmosphere instead of the awareness of audience. Like I am treating myself in my dream, in my world. Like for example, I am in my universe and the surrounding is all chaos. I can make up anything. I can touch this sky. I can just stomp on this ground, and I can just hug the star and bring it over, something like that. It's a very dramatic thing, and it's you can have a. I always have some fantasy in my feeling when I'm dancing with it, so I'm pretty open to my feeling of it.
Would you say that when you are doing your dance, you're more into a world that you built while you were doing your dance, or is it something like a character that you step in, shaped as like what actors do when they're acting?
So in this modern dance, there's one thing we very concentrated. It's called improvise. That thing is we don't have any rule for it. Like it's we cannot use any characteristic on that, and so you have to put yourself and you have to build up yourself, like the world that you think of, and then it has to be yours, and then it has to be your principles, and also it has to be very open to other people to interact with.
I understand that like dancing is no easier than other majors. How would you practice practice, or like what kind of process that you go through when you're trying to come up with a dance that matches with what you're trying to express?
So from what I experienced, is we do not think of the process of it. We think of what we think. So, for example, like when I get up in the morning, I have this feeling that I should have this move, like this dance move, such as raising our hands in my piece. And so next, when I go to the studio, so I have to do the hand shape, and then I have to expand on this hand shape and to get more of the feeling of other things, other moves, that it's consecutive instead of one thing and one thing. And also, I have to build up my own vocabulary, so I have to have more of the vocabularies into one bucket instead of just having it lie down. Like, if, for example, if you have a bucket of full of things, so you can't just pick things out that you don't want and then keep the good things in the bucket. That bucket thing is going to be your piece. So we are not calling the process of dance. We are just kind of trying building on it.
So how do you think there's changes that happen to you or in your I don't know, inner self or in your life when you take this dance minor? Does it make a difference from previously what you have before the dance minor?
It does. It does a lot. So I'm right now still doing my chemistry thing, but I love dancing. So for my future, I'm just thinking more toward dance instead of toward educational chemistry, because chemistry sucks and it gets boring sometimes. But that's always interesting. It's very fancy, like all those moves, all those shape, and all those steps. Yeah, it changed me a lot. And I'm gonna just keep pursuing my dance route instead of doing a chemistry thing.
And to be honest, after the first time I watched you dance, it actually, because before we never would connect the two of you be together, dance and you, because we always thought, he's probably like a chemistry person, something like that. But after seeing your dance, I actually feel that you are very suitable to this kind of I would say occupation or interest or anything like that. And I actually think this is like a really good decision that you made. Do you think this is like I don't know, do you think it's a really correct one? I would say yes.
Yeah, absolutely. For me, it's gonna be very correct on that. I love dancing, and I just love it. Like this, I can't say any more word about it besides just loving it, because it's very deep it's just rooted into my heart. And I like chemistry. Chemistry is kind of like do this thing and then get a good payout of this chemistry, like the chemist, job of chemist, something like that. But dance, it's my hobby thing. It's like the things that I want to do. It's not. Anyway, even though I know the chemistry, it's also the thing that I want to do, like because I can earn money on it. But dance, it's different. Dance is the interest of mine, and it can just. I think it builds my personality a lot. And yeah, it helps me to pursue more of the confident thing, confidence on the showing on the stage thing, like to the public. Because being a chemist, you have to work in a lab, a closed situation, but being a dancer, you have to be on stage and you have to face your audience, public, and it's very good to have that kind of confidence.
Would the two major and minor be in conflict with anything like what you're experiencing right now, like time or like amount of work that both you have to keep balancing?
Technically, it's not in conflict anymore, and I'm graduating this year, and this is my last quarter, and at this quarter, I'm doing a lot of dance classes, and yeah, there isn't any conflict at all right now. But thinking of chemistry and dance, it's an opposite thing. But however, it's a good thing because it expands my horizon on the things that around the world, like artists, like the purpose of art and how art works instead of just reading those knowledge from books. So dance it's an experience that to the art culture thing. But yeah, it's much better than chemistry.
I'm glad you found something you love and you have passion in.
Yeah.
It's a good thing that I would say the beginning of university years are really confusing, but it's always good when it comes something good come out of it.
Yeah, I'm glad that I'm still minoring it, but I'm also regretting that I don't have the time to major the dance. I should have do a major on dance.
Well, you can always join like maybe something after university.
Yeah,
that
that's-
you develop on it.
That's gonna be my plan. I'm planning to look for a dance company and trying to have do some work with them and to just go on with my dance career thing.
Yeah. I hope you'll be successful in that.
Yeah,
Thank you,
thank you.
Zhou Xian.
Thanks.